It is review of the Acer Predator Triton 300 SE. Acer Triton 300 SE is a compact and powerful laptop with RTX graphics that you can take anywhere effortlessly. It's one of the best laptops you can buy with RTX graphics that goes on the go. Acer's laptop is really heavy for its specs. The 300 SE has a sleek metal-plated chassis, an RTX 3060 laptop GPU, an 11th generation i7-11370H processor, 14 inches 144Hz FHD IPS screen, 16 GB of RAM, and a 512 GB in SSD. It weighs about 1.7 kilograms, and looks great doing it. MacBook Pros are 1.6 kilograms. I'd say that this is more of a gaming notebook than a gaming laptop, which is a popular trend lately. Acer prices its device at $1,499, £1,399, about £2,127 Australian dollars and 45 cents, because it has a premium feel and raw power. It's still an investment, but you'll get your money's worth. You'll need $1,349, about £1,445, £1,916 Australian dollars, for the cheaper version of this laptop with the RTX 3050 Ti. Since it's the holidays, you might find both models on sale. The laptop runs most games at 60 FPS plus, but is also highly portable so you can use it almost anywhere. The Predator Triton 300 SE is a lightweight, versatile device that's perfect for productivity, gaming on vacation, and web browsing on the commute. As long as you have plenty of external displays and other peripherals, it might make a great main device. The Acer US store has two models of the Triton 300 SE, which only differ in which GPU comes inside. One has a 3050 Ti, and is listed at $1,349.99, about £1,445, £1,916 Australian dollars, while the other is $1,499.99, about £2,127 Australian dollars. There's no 3050 Ti in the UK, so the conversion prices are rough. However, you can get a 3060 for £1,399 with a 1TB SSD. In Australia, it doesn't appear that the Triton 300 SE is available, but you may be able to get it from elsewhere or get something like the Acer Predator Helios 300 for £2,599 Australian dollars. The Triton 300 SE is said to support up to 24 GB of RAM and 1 TB of storage, but there wasn't anything listed about pricing for these upgrades, so you just have to upgrade your RAM and SSD later, which isn't guaranteed these days. Acer Predator Triton 300 SE looks good. Acer really went above and beyond to make a product that's durable yet stylish and light. There's a small slip-on case that Acer provides with the Predator Triton 300 SE, and it's amazing a laptop this powerful can fit into such a tiny case. This bag measures less than 13 inches wide and about 9 inches deep when closed, so it should fit in most other bags. Silvery, brushed metal top shell with Predator logo embossed in the right corner adds to the premium feel of this gaming laptop. The hinge is covered in a cool metal strip that changes colors depending on how you look at it. The Triton 300 SE's screen is one of its few downsides. The 14-inch IPS panel looks good, and it's got lots of brightness, vivid colors, and a 144Hz refresh rate. It's not something you'd want to watch YouTube videos on with a friend. You'll need to sit close to the screen. It also has a ghosting problem that adds a hardwired motion blur effect to games that take advantage of it, despite having 144Hz refresh rate. It looks like the Triton 300 SE's IPS panel, which tends to have a slower response time, is the cause of this problem. Plays great in games like Control, with vivid colors, stunning set pieces, and great viewing angles, but struggles in games that concentrate more on action and fast reaction. In the space above the keyboard, there's a speaker bar. With this laptop, Acer says you get DTS X Ultra, a competing audio codec like Dolby Atmos that creates an immersive soundstage. Cool, right? The speakers on the laptop don't. The website says you can turn any headphones or speakers into a high-end 360-degree sound system, but they don't say what the speakers are. You don't just get looks without power with the Acer Predator Triton 300 SE. A NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060, 16 GB of RAM, and an 11th Gen Intel Core i7 CPU mean you can run most AAA games at 60 FPS, often with ray tracing, on high settings. The cooling fans on a laptop will still make it sound like a plane taking off when you play these games. There's a convenient turbo button over the keyboard that lets you control the fan speed, and overclocking. Turbo mode and the other controls in the Predator Sense software boost the Triton 300 SE's performance, very loudly, but you can still get good performance even without them. Metro Exodus clocked in at 51 FPS on Ultra 1080p. The textures are sharp, the lighting is lush, the particles are mesmerizing, and this game is more than playable as long as you don't mind being a little toasty. On its website and on a sticker under the keyboard, Acer advertises the long battery life of the Triton 300 SE. Despite not being stated explicitly, there is a logo that says the 300 SE can last up to 10 hours on the Acer US website. In PC Mark Modern Office, the device lasts a respectable 7 hours, but it doesn't quite live up to expectations. You could take the Triton 300 SE to work, school, or the coffee shop if you plan to use it as your main device. If you only need it for a few hours, you could even use it for a little bit of light gaming. During our Tech Radar movie test, it lasted just over 6.5 hours of 1080p video at 50% brightness and volume, with Bluetooth off. That means you can bring the Triton 300 SE along on plane trips without power outlets. It'll more than hold your attention for most flights. When you're gaming more intensely, you'll most likely want the 300 SE plugged in because the turbo mode shuts off automatically when it switches to battery. Furthermore, once your Predator Sense battery drops below 40%, you can't change modes, so you have to rely on the automatic fan adjustments. Bloatware, though only temporarily annoying, still takes away from the premium feel of the laptop. The Triton 300 SE has a ton of it, to the point that the default desktop wallpaper is a Planet 9 advertisement. Insert screenshot of said wallpaper. Wi-Fi 6 is another cool feature. The ability to download larger games is great for a gaming laptop of this caliber, depending on your internet speed and router, of course. It took about 4 minutes to download a 14 GB game on gigabit Wi-Fi 6. Triton 300 SE doesn't have an Ethernet jack for wired connections, so this is really important. The Predator Triton 300 SE downloads fast, and multiplayer games don't have issues with latency.